What's up everyone, Deadly TV here, coming at you guys with a little tutorial video just for, actually I'm making this for one person in particular, just because I think it's beneficial, because screen capturing software has come a long way, and I've used quite a few different programs. I remember using Fraps, Bandicam, I used NVIDIA Shadowplay for a bit. But now, in my lazy old age of 22, I like to just kind of hit play or hit record and just go off to the races. Editing and me don't quite get along as we used to. It's just too time consuming for me. So, like real men now, we use OBS. And if you're a streamer, OBS is what you use anyway. So, I'm actually recording my webcam right now in OBS. Might get a little confusing when I show you OBS, like the screen of OBS while I'm recording OBS. I have two monitors, so I'll show you how I set up my scenes for when I record gameplay, and I'll show you how you can set up different little scenes so you can seamlessly switch in between, and you can set hotkeys and stuff like that. OBS is really easy to use, and I'm sure there's other tutorials that are a lot better than mine, but you can download this for Windows, Mac, Linux. You don't even really need that good of a computer. As long as you have a decent like i5 CPU, you're probably going to be fine. Especially if you use the proper video codec. I noticed that when I attempted to use OBS on my Mac, or my MacBook Pro, that is, not my Hackintosh, that it was pretty sketchy. So let's head over to this scene where I'll show you. Just Google OBS Studio and click it for Windows, Mac, Linux, whatever you want. It's a pretty simple download. So, see that little scene switch I did right there? I did that with an OBS just by clicking a button. So, before OBS and this little seamless recording, I would have to do all this like editing and bullshit like that. So let's just say if you are, now I'm going to move over to OBS right now. So I have this recording on my desktop right now. So you will now see kind of this horrible mirroring effect right now, because it's like recording my screen with the screen on it. So it's pretty chaotic, but you can see I have a couple scenes here. I have one scene. Scene 2 is mainly for when I'm just showing you my screen. So as you see, I have my webcam here, my Samsung Go mic, that's my microphone. That could be your audio interface, that could be something else you want, and you can do that by adding these. So you can add an audio input capture, browser source, color source, display capture images. That's how I insert an image. I put a little gray rectangle around my webcam. Media source, I think for my webcam, it was, oh, there I am again. So this is getting a little too meta here, buffering. Oh god, I hope I didn't break anything. I believe this is just a video capturing device. That's what it came up with. So, and you can rename it to whatever you want. And what's nice is that, how I mentioned in a previous video, is that you can add some basic filters like gain, noise suppression to your microphone and stuff like that. So you can really, OBS has a lot of nice features that makes the whole setup process a bit nicer for you. I think Square 3 is my image. So let's just say if you don't want to see my face anymore, boom. Oh god, where did Deadly go? No square. So now I can click this off and say, hey guys, I'm back. So this is pretty neat. You'll see a black screen here because this scene I have game capture. So this specifically makes it so that you are doing game capture as well. You also might notice that I'm recording at 60 FPS, and I will show you how I configure that as well. So there's a bunch of different things here. This mic auxiliary was when I was using my headset. I've already messed this up in a video before. I have two webcams, so let's just say if I want my webcam up here too, just in case I'm playing like Call of Duty or something. Now there's two of me, but so I have some, like this is like this scene I could rename it to like recording gameplay. So just so it's not too confusing here. Oop, I got rid of the wrong Barry. Move that webcam. Yes, here I am. So yes. Then scene 3 is just me and my webcam. So very easy. This is a very simple scene here. So we're gonna switch back to the desktop now, and I'll show you how I set up for this personally. Now you can get if you want to do like zoom in effects and stuff like that, I recommend doing that. I think you can do that in OBS as well. I don't know how to do that, so I'll put my square back. Professional. You could probably do that just by adding. Let's just see if we can do that right now. Display capture. Add existing, make source visible. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can do like zoom in effects and stuff like that. I'm sure someone can. Like I said, I'm sure you could either look up a tutorial on that, but for what I use OBS for, just simple screen capture, it works pretty well. Usually when people do zoom in and stuff like that, let's just say if you're doing a tutorial and you want to focus on one focal point, what I'd recommend is recording at the highest resolution possible, then zooming in so it doesn't look blurry as fuck. But for video games, I usually do 720p, 30 FPS. So I will show you my settings, because probably the most important part. If you want to stream, you can set up your streaming service. I don't know why my server's in Asia, Hong Kong. I don't stream, so don't worry about that. So for my output, I use the NVENC encoder, and fun fact, this encoder is what Shadowplay uses. So if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, you're probably familiar with NVIDIA Shadowplay. I forget what AMD's version of that is, but NVENC, if this option is available for you, I would definitely recommend using that. It's not that taxing on your hardware, so I recommend doing that. Audio bitrate, I want to actually put this higher. I should really keep it higher, since I think my voice is probably one of the most important things here on the channel. So there's some advanced options. You can make it high quality. Obviously the more it really just depends on your specific setup. On, like, if you have a cheap laptop, it's probably not going to work out for you that well. But if NVENC is available to you, I would definitely recommend using that as your encoder. So yeah, we're just going to go default, just forget about that. But like I said, you do have options here as well. For audio, I just have it picking up all my audio is going through my USB 7. I have a little USB sound card. So you can choose what audio you're hearing from. As you've seen in my videos, I just record all the audio, but if I just wanted to, I could have like music going to my headphones through iTunes, and just so I can just be listening to music, and I could just be recording my screen and my, so let's just say if I was talking to, or like I'm listening to music through my headphones, but I just want to record the game audio, you can do that through here. And for video, since it's active, I really can't mess with that. My base canvas resolution is 1080p, and I output it to 720p just because it's not that 1080p 60 FPS is too taxing my computer. It can handle it just fine. It's just that the file sizes get a bit too crazy to deal with, and like I said, I'm all about efficiency and quickness. I'm sure one day I'll do 1080p 60 FPS more often than not, but I think the quality right now is fine even through Handbrake. And you can set up hotkeys as well. I have a number pad on my computer, so I actually have num minus num star, not plus. That's how I go boom. I usually have OBS on my second monitor open, so I can like monitor, see how things are going. Usually I have just like telemetry open up on my second monitor, but you can do so many different things here. Different scenes, switching them to. This is things I should probably utilize more, honestly. You can either do push to talk. It's pretty. You can go pretty in depth with your shortcuts with this too. If you have like one of those, you can basically make any sort of key combination you want. Advanced. I don't think I even do any sort of. Yeah, I don't really mess with this too much because I don't stream at all, but I guess you would when you process priority high, and I assume these are fine. Default monitoring device, make it your speakers. It's not that difficult, but yeah, this is what I use. This is what really is. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could put your bitrate higher, but 2500 is fine. If you're uploading to YouTube, YouTube's going to compress the hell out of everything, so, yeah. But this is basically how you set everything up. It's pretty simple. And I would say that if you are using a decently powerful machine, OBS is fine. There are other options. NVIDIA, if you're just like, the problem with NVIDIA Shadow Play that I have is just that, like, I I like recording my webcam and everything all at once, and really I don't notice that much of a quality degradation between the software, and the file sizes are very manageable with OBS. So if we're doing like tutorials and stuff like that, I've used OBS for tutorials just fine. Like I said, within your actual editing software, I'm pretty sure, I mean, we can mess around with this. If I do display capture display 2, let's just say, I wonder, I don't know if you can just like record like a specific area of your screen. You might be able to, but you're more than likely gonna have to do that in post with editing and stuff like that. So yeah. All right, guys. What I would recommend you do, though, now, if you have a 4K monitor, just a quick little, interjection here before I let you guys go off into recording your own gameplay and content for YouTube on OBS with OBS. What I recommend you doing is that if you're doing a tutorial and you're outputting it to 720p, I would just suck it up for a little bit and just make your display 720p, because, or it's like really difficult to see certain things if you're not full screen, if you're recording at like a high resolution like 4K. Like, unless if that person is viewing your video on a 4K monitor and you're at 4K and you're recording at 4K, it's just gonna be really hard to see text and stuff like that. So lower your resolution before you record. It'll be better for most people, especially if they're watching it on mobile, as I almost throw my phone. So yep, that's all I really wanted to make this video about. I hope it helps some of you. That's how I record my videos. Like I said, it makes it so much easier. And also in the settings, you can point to whatever you want. I have to record to whatever hard drive you want. I have it recording to a folder on another hard drive. So yeah, it's really easy for me to manage this and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you next time on the next video. Thank you.